So what I'm saying is that all your answers that you gave earlier, whether it's political or some use the case of omnibus law, and then now you're saying about the credit rating, they're all correct, but they are not the only ones. There are multiple reasons, there are multiple factors that led to the high yield in Indonesia compared to the neighboring countries. For example, another explanation is that, this is explaining, not the reason, but explaining why among all these countries, the number of the foreign buyers of the national bonds in Indonesia is relatively high. If you are using percentage, not the absolute dollar values, but percentage, okay? Let's say in every country, consider the amount of the government bonds being sold is 100. So let's use one index, 100 for every country, okay, including Indonesia. So out of 100, how many percent are bought by foreigners? So we are talking about percentage of all these countries, except I'm talking about the ASEAN countries here, okay? So let's not include Hong Kong, China, Germany, US, but only among ASEAN countries. The highest percentage is in Indonesia. It's about 40%, 40%. So about 40% of the government bonds is bought by foreign investors. Why? Among other things is because Indonesian government offer higher yield, higher than the other neighboring countries. By the way, the blue one, the blue color is for 2 years bond, and then the yellow one is for the 10-year bond here. So you can see the 10-year bond offer higher yield than the 2-year bonds here. Is that clear? So there is no single answer. All what you answer correct, but they are only part of the answers, not the entire explanation. Did I hear other questions raised?
No, sir, no questions.
No question, okay. Okay, so let's continue now. So now you know, again, let me repeat, the most important interest rate for the bonds market is really the short term now and the short term interest rate in the future, because those interest rates will determine the shape of the yield curve, okay? I discussed about it. So now let's move to the other financial market, which is the stock market, okay? So now you're expert about bonds market, now we're discussing about stock market. So what is the price of the stock market? The same like in the case of bonds market. What matters is the present value. This is the reasons why at the beginning of today's class, I started by explaining what is present discount value, right? So the same thing in the stock price, there is a present discount value. And here is the present discount value. Basically, the value of whatever you receive. Now, in the case of stock market, we call it dividend. That's why we use capital D, dividend, okay? So the dividend has to be discounted by the discount factor. This is one for this year. And then whatever dividend that you will receive in the second year has to be discounted by the discount factor in the second year, which is the same like in the bonds market. Remember, 1 plus I times 1 plus expected T plus 1 I, and so on. So essentially it's the same concept here. The biggest difference between bonds market and stock market in terms of the price formula is the numerator here. Notice in the case of bonds, let me go back here quickly so that you still remember. What happened with the bond price here?